Now, same thing, the flow of this pathway will release energy. The same way flow of water flows the energy. So high energy here is high energy, here is low energy. That is why this is basically, these are flow of energy here. Here also you will see basically energy is flowing. So if you can trap the energy, you can utilize the energy. So body is very efficient machinery to trap this energy in the chemical energy form. So we will see how does this, we have already seen this pyro, when it glucose converts into carbon dioxide, most of the energy will convert in the form of NADH. You already know NADH, and only one place you will see FADH2, NADH and FADH2. And this is actually, these are the chemical form of energy. This energy will be converted into ATP. And this for conversion of ATP is done by electron transport chain. Electron transport chain. And this, see, here you will see this flow of energy through electron transport chain, this flow of energy from NADH. Flow of energy from NADH. If you see, to ultimately H2O will be formed. Electron flows from this to oxygen. Electron flows from this to oxygen like this. Because of this, there is also a turbine inside our mitochondria. This turbine is called ATP synthesis. A very peculiar, see, very matching things. You will see a match between your universe and your body. Tiny, tiny turbines are there. This is called ATP synthesis. We will talk about this turbine. So this flow of an electron will rotate this turbine. Because of flow of, not directly electron rotate this, because of flow of this electron, this turbine is rotated and ATP is synthesized. The same way you can see here, the flow of energy. So if you see things in terms of energy, this thing becomes pretty easy, very simple, and you will enjoy the thing. You will enjoy, you will think that you are studying the same thing you are looking in your nature from the childhood. So you can see here, so this is cellular respiration. We are the end of cellular respiration. You can see glucose converting into carbon dioxide, and because of this, burning energy is utilized, and burning is basically flow. So you can see here how electron transport chain is designed. Let's talk about this. So electron transport chain, you know, this electron transport chain is actually designed like a Y. Just remember this. I'm actually drawing this picture like this, top to bottom, so that you have a concept. Now electron from one whole NADH will flow here to oxygen. Oxygen is the receiver here. It will electron from this place to flow to oxygen, and this oxygen will capture the electron, and because of this there will be production of H2. There will be production of ATP. And I will tell you this, because of flow of electron to this up to the oxygen. This is electron transport chain. Just see this electron transport chain from NADH. It will flow to the oxygen. Then there will be, because of this, what will this do? This flow of electron through this electron transport chain will cause a proton pump. It will pump proton from this. So let me draw a mitochondrial membrane, then you will understand a better way. So this is mitochondrial membrane now. So I am actually writing this. So there will be this type of crystal. There will be the folding of the membrane. I am not drawing here folding of the membrane. Just I am plain. So there will be complex. Okay, here will be complex. Complexes are there. So through this complex, see, and ADH. Just remember this complex like top to bottom. This is complex 1. This is complex 3. This is complex 4. And remember this complex 1 to 4 is like this. 1 is here, 2 is bottom, and 3 is at the middle, and bottom at the 4 is at the bottom. So that way, top to bottom. So here is oxygen. Now what happens is electron flow from this higher potential to lower potential like this. Okay. So this is like a wire. You will see, I will tell you, a wire has what? Copper wire inside, and there will be covering. So you can see here the protein like covering, and there will be metal inside, there will be iron inside, that will be functioning similar to copper wire. So through this iron, electron will flow like this, like river flows from high potential gradient to low. The same way, this is high potential gradient, NADH is high potential, this is lower potential for electron. Okay, so lower potential, it has got lower potential for electron, means I will tell you, this has got very high capacity to hold electron, this will have low capacity to hold electron. That is why electron will be sucked from this to this. This will, oxygen will suck the electron like this, because this oxygen has very high capacity to hold electron, to draw electron. That's why oxygen will be sucked. Because of this, there will be electron, actually electricity will be created. Okay, and that electricity will produce, that electricity will drive proton from this matrix of mitochondria to here in the intermembranous space of mitochondria. This is intermembranous space of mitochondria. So this, because of this electricity flow, this will cause proton to flow here, and this proton will be built here. The proton concentration will be very high here in this intermitochondrial membrane of mitochondria. There will be very high in comparison to this. There will be very high proton here because of this flow of electron. Because of flow of electron, so proton will be pumped by this complex 3. Proton will be pumped by this complex 1. Proton will also be pumped by this complex 3. This protein will pump the proton. Because of this, there will be high potential gradient of the proton inside. So you know, there is high proton here and there will be low proton here. So proton will have tendency to flow from higher potential to lower potential, as river, as the water flows from top to bottom. The same way proton will also form this, but this is not a water, this is called chemical. This is a chemical, and this chemical flow from high to low potential, and by its osmosis, that is why this theory is called chemiosmosis. Chemiosmosis. So chemiosmosis, because of chemiosmosis, and this proton is not allowed to flow anywhere else. It will only flow through a turbine. You have a turbine. It will not flow through a membrane. This membrane, it will not flow through this lipid membrane of mitochondria. It will only flow through the turbine. So because of flow of this proton, there will be production of ATP. Because of flow of electron, proton gradient is created, and this proton gradient will produce ATP. And this, how? Because proton will flow only through this a particular enzyme called ATP synthase, and this will produce ATP. So this is the whole mechanism of electron transport chain to ATP synthesis in nutshell. In a very brief manner, I told you. So now, by now, so can you compare electron transport chain etc with this wire now?
Is it transferring energy?
Yes, transferring energy. Flow of electron. It's like NADH here. So this is like wire here. So from this potential, so this copper will suck the electron, the same way oxygen will suck the electron. And you can see here lighting of the bulb. Here you will see the pumping of the proton. Do you see the similarity?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the similarity. You will see that similarity. You can see. So oxidative phosphorylation is the energy, when energy from downhill reaction, exergonic reaction of oxidation. So this is oxidation, glucose, when converts into carbon dioxide. So there is oxidation. So because of this oxidation, energy is released. in the form of NADH. And this energy will actually cause phosphorylation. So phosphorylation is happening because of oxidation. This oxidation, if oxidation does not happen, do you think there will be phosphorylation?
No.
That is why this is called oxidative phosphorylation. Phosphorylation, that is because of oxidation. It's called oxidative.
Are you basically saying that the electron transport chain, so you're saying that glycolysis and the Krebs cycle basically are exogenic reactions, and then is the electron transport chain, is that an endothermic reaction? Because it
No, it
builds
is also
energy?
exergonic reaction.
It's what?
Exergonic reaction. It is also
Okay.
an exergonic reaction. It is also an exergonic reaction. See, glucose, CO2. Okay, because of this NADH production. And then this NADH, from NADH, ATP is extracted. Just what happens is electron transport chain becomes a means to transform this energy, one chemical form to another chemical form. NADH to ATP, that's it. NADH is converted into ATP, electron transport chain. So you can see energy is trapped in NADH. This NADH converted into ATP. And there is a process. If you see, the process is very similar to the flowing water everywhere. Now so oxidation is very tightly coupled with phosphorylation. If oxidation does not happen, phosphorylation does not happen. So oxidation is leading to phosphorylation. That is why this is called oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidation of glucose is causing phosphorylation. That is why this is called oxidative phosphorylation. So we will talk about electron transport chain. So it has the sucking capacity. This is, the number is denoting sucking capacity. So it has got least sucking capacity, holding capacity. So this is called redox potential. Holding capacity of electron is called redox potential. So this has got highest holding capacity. That is why electron will flow like this, and that is why this NADH will convert into ATP.
I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Yes, it's just, to summarize, does it mean glycolysis or glucose produces NADH that helps in a extraction of ATP at the end?
Yes, it will produce NADH then.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens?
That will help in a extraction of ATP.
The extraction of energy in the form of ATP. Yes, from this energy is extracted in the form of ATP.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Through this machinery. Okay.
Yes.
So what actually you will see what this turbine does when water flows. What this turbine does? Turbine actually change this kinetic energy into electrical energy. The same thing electron transport chain does. This changes this form of energy into ATP.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.